Hey, what is up guys? So I got a really crazy Blue Eyes build to show you guys. It's like a Synchro Blue Eyes deck, and then I got a bonus clip for you guys. It's a one-hit Blue Eyes summon, FTK, OTK, whatever you guys want to call it. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch this amazing field that this guy makes with the Gem Knight Synchro Blue Eyes is what I want to call it, because you have a lot of access to stuff in this deck. Look at this turn 1 board. He's got a Cyber Dragon Infinity, a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, an Ultimate Soken, and a Blue Eye Spirit Dragon turn 1. And he also technically has the ability to search for like Veilers and other level 1 tuners, because that's part of what the Blue Eyes archetype can do. But anyways, he's got such a strong board. Pretty much at this point, it's game over. But he does have a few cards to try to get him out of this. He activates the Dark Contract. It's going to go for King Caesar Ragnarok over here. Then he go ahead and makes a Blue Eyes Moonlight Rose Dragon and bounces that card back. So really strong field. That field I want to say is like a field where you just really can't come back from. But his opponent goes ahead and says good game over there, because the Synchro Gem Knight Blue Eyes deck is just, it's crazy strong. You guys saw how powerful of a play you can make turn 1. But like I said guys, I got a bonus clip for you guys. This is just a really cheeky play over here. Basically you guys can use like the Lawn Mowing Next Door. You can use a lot of different things in here. Now, Lawn Mowing Next Door opens up the doors to a lot of different cheesy kind of decks. This is going to be one of those decks. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch the replay. But anyways, it's a standard magical merchant. This card is like seriously the epitome of cheeky plays. This card, Lawn Mowing Next Door, you can just open up doors to just like sacking your opponent really hard. And yeah, you can technically FTK, depending on your opponent, Ghost Ogres you turn 1. Yeah, it's not like the most viable deck by any means. It's not competitive, it's just cheesy to do this. But yeah, Blue Eyes or AzneyesWhitedragon. This guy looks like he needs to get some meat on the bones. He's way too skinny. But anyways, all you do is you need to get out a Blue Eyes on the board, and then the AzneyesWhitedragon's effect is when a face-up Blue Eyes monster you control is destroyed by battle or by opponent's card effect, you can special summon this card. And it deals 600 damage to your opponent for each dragon type monster with different names in the graveyard. So basically, fill up your graveyard with a bunch of trashy vanillas and a lot of obscure dragon cards. It really doesn't matter. I mean, look, there's like Yamadrang, like no one's playing them. Hanzon Ryu over here, like just literally like the stupid stuff from like the TV show. You guys can throw that in here. How is this? This looks like a reptilian. How is that a dragon? But nonetheless, yeah, you just throw them in there and watch what happens when you summon this. Boom. Game over. 13,000 plus damage. And you can do a lot of stupid stuff with that. Lawn Mowing Next Door, Magical Merchant. Like I mentioned before, you can do a lot of stuff. But I do want to give you guys the deck profile for the deck that we just saw, which was the really cool Gem Knight Synchro Blue Eyes deck. So let's go ahead and check it out, and we'll make some comments, because it's interesting to see someone not actually just playing the vanilla Gem Knight. There is actually another Gem Knight which actually does support this deck, which is Gem Knight Lazuli over here. So Lazuli has the effect of, if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you get to target one normal monster in graveyard and add that target to your hand. So you can add Blue Eyes to your hand, and you know, it's obviously a trade-in target, and of course, you know, it's a free extra card that you can have in your hand to potentially summon with some other cards. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the deck profile, because I think it's really cool. So anyways, we got triple Blue Eyes. We got 2 copies of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, 1 copy of Dragon Spirit of White, 3 copies of Galaxy Soldier, then we got 1 Perform Mage Trick Clown, 3 copies of the White Stone of Ancients, 2 copies of Gem Knight Lazuli over here, 1 copy of White Stone of Legend, 3 copies of Sage with the Eyes of Blue, and then 1 Effect Veiler. It's really cheeky that you can add Effect Veiler with the Sage of with the Eyes of Blue. Really good stuff. And then 3 copies of I gotta bring back a monster and I gotta prevent myself from dying. I think this card's a little OP. What do you guys think about this card getting hit on the next ban list? Because I know Blue Eyes is one of the more popular decks, and it is technically winning. And then 3 Pot of Community, because it's OP. Well, Pot of Desire is what's called in TCG. But I still think that this card is really strong in the game. And then we have 3 copies of Trade-In, really good draw power. And then 3 copies of Cards of Consonance, 1 copy of Dragon Shrine, 2 copies of the Melody of Awakening Dragon, 1 Soul Shards, one Upstart Goblin, because here at the TCG, you can only play one. And then we have 3 copies of Brilliant Fusion. And then we got, of course, the Gem Knight Seraph Knight, so you can actually, bring out the stuff and get the additional normal summon. Really good with this card, really, really good. And then we got the Ultimate Soken, we got the Azure-Eyes Silver Dragon, 2 copies of Blue-Eyes Spirit Dragon, 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, 1 copy of Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, 1 Excel Synchro, which is kind of a stepping stone to make other things, and of course it is technically machine, so that's what it really helps you bring out that Cyber Dragon Infinity, as you guys saw in the replay. And then we got the number 95 Galaxy-Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. I thought this card was super overpowered with the Dragon Rulers. Unfortunately, we never got to play that here in the TCR, or maybe fortunately for some of you guys. And then we have the Galaxy-Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, number 62 Galaxy-Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. We have number 23 Lancelot, Cyber Dragon Infinity, Artifact Rendell, and of course Cyber Dragon Nova. So thanks you guys for sending in those replays. I thought they were really cool, and I just wanted to showcase a different build of Blue Eyes. Interesting to see that you can run Gem Knights in it, and it's pretty viable. Like, you guys can just see the bread and butter combo from the replay. It's a pretty simple combo. I know he had Soul Charge, but you don't technically always need it to pull off some really good plays in this deck. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the vid, make sure you guys give the like button a titty slap. I'm signing out.